What's up? I knew that was going to happen. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy hump day. We are here. It's the middle of the week, honey. Yes, we are on Twitch too. What's up, Quake? Thanks for being over on the Twitch side. Jill will have to apologize in Spanish for this to be right. What's up, nephew? Hey, hey, hey. Let me say hi to the people. What up, Nay? Tell Benji I said hey. Did he hear his name? Did his ears perk up just now? Hey, the inform. What's up, Corey? Juwana. Hey, hey, hey. Yolanda, what's going on? Miss Pretty Amazing. Hello. Below. What's up, Makia? J2 Skillful. Lovely Nola. Cross Country Cruiser. What's going on, CC? What's up, to y'all me? Hey, what's up, y'all? Chuck, what's up? Mimi, Ronnie. I already said what's up, Quake. I said, hey, nephew. Hey, Kandi, what's going on? Alexis Thomas, hey, hey, hey. Thank you for becoming a new member. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the tribe. Go up in the archives and check out the stuff and see what we've been talking about. You go check it out. Jill could never. She can't keep her child. Don Don, what up, boo? Gracefully blessed. What's going on? Hey, Gabby. So, hey, everybody, how you guys doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. I will probably do the recap of the cruise. It'll be this week. It'll either be tomorrow. What's up, Papo? Hey. It'll either be tomorrow or it'll be on Friday, but it will be this week, you guys. And like I said, I'm going to do the live publicly, but then I'm going to probably put it on members only after about after a day or two, because ultimately, no, actually, I take back what I just said. I'm either going to do one or two things. I'm either going to put it on members only because I'm going to eventually put it on my travel channel, or I'm going to already have my travel channel set up. And when I originally do the live, I'll do it on the travel channel. So one of the two is going to happen. The link for the voting, yes. Hold on. Where's my phone? My bad. I meant to put it in the chat. Let me run the gym. Okay. So I should have it just saved. I mean, I do have it saved, but I should have it where I could get to it easier. The link. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, putting it in the chat now, Chuck. The link is also pinned if you want to get a raffle ticket. Somebody sent me a Cash App earlier today. I got your Cash App. There's the link to vote. I did get your Cash App. I'll add your name today when I get off of here. I'll add you to that. For those who do not know, we're doing a Black History Month raffle. Okay. We're doing a Black History Month raffle. There'll be 3 prizes. The first prize is a Black History Month care package. The second prize is a ReallyBTV swag basket. And then the third prize is a gift card of at least $25. It's going to depend on how many tickets we sell. If we sell more tickets, I'll make the gift card more. But it'll be a Visa gift card. And we are hoping that you will use that gift card to purchase from a Black-owned business. Okay? All right. So let's get into it today, you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in. All right, let me go through my list before we get to what's in the title, honey. Let me go through my list. See what we have going on here. Congratulations to Layla Edwards. She becomes the first Black woman to score a goal for the USA in the Olympics. So congratulations. A goal, a hockey goal. Okay. So congratulations to her. And USA women's hockey, I think, shut out Canada in 0-5 in this round. I haven't really been following the Winter Olympics that deep, but stuff does hit my timeline. What up, Brandon? Hey, boo. My Spanish is weak, but I was shaking my ass and Benito was fine. Right? Like, listen. Benito is fine. And isn't he's queer, right? I don't know what he identifies as, but isn't he queer? Or has he not come out and said one way or the other? I thought I read somewhere that he was queer, but I just don't know. He's bi. Okay, he's bi. Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought I had read that, but I wasn't sure. Thank you. He's a straight ally. Okay, so some are saying yes, and some are saying okay. Chuck said he's a straight ally, but other people are saying yes. I thought he wouldn't confirm what he identifies as, but that he was queer. That's what I thought I heard. But it doesn't matter. I was just wondering. I was just wondering if me and Chuck was going to be fighting over him. That's all. I was just wondering, what's up, Lexi? Hey, boo. I ain't trying to drag nobody anywhere. I thought I had read that somewhere. Did you ever... Hold on. Because I sent you a message yesterday, and I don't know if you ever responded to it or not. Before I ask, let me find out. Let me see. No, you never did respond. Oh, okay. I see the red dots. I mean, the dots. He's fluid, so you can both fight over him. Okay. I cried when I saw them sugar canes. Reminded me of my childhood living across the street from those fields. Okay, I heard he's straight, but he's an ally to the community. Okay. He a little monster most. I don't know what that means. He a little monster most. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means, KFS. He a little monster most. Case closed. I don't know what that means. What up, New Jones? Hey, boo. Okay. Hey, Miss French Kids. What's up? What's up, boo? Go-Go fans are called little monsters. Oh, Gaga's fans are called little monsters. Oh. I still don't get it, though. He's a little monster most. Case closed. I still don't understand what that means, though. He's a Gaga little monster. What does that got to do with what we talking about? I'm so confused. I don't understand what I got to do with him being gay. I'm just trying to understand. I'm sorry. I'll keep going. Just put in the chat and tell me what it is. The bar is open. We have blueberry lemonade, drop martini, and peaches and cream mudslide. Wait a minute. And peaches and cream mudslide. And a cinnamon apple old fashioned. I want a cinnamon apple old fashioned because I never did get back to the mason jar and get me one. And I'm so mad. I am so mad I never went back to the mason jar. It was just too much on that ship for 3 days. We've definitely got to get back on the Utopia for like a 5-day or even a 7-day. Because it's so much to do on that damn ship. I never got a juice, a smoothie. Yeah, I don't know about that peaches and cream mudslide. That's interesting. But I'll definitely take that the cinnamon apple old fashioned. I was so mad I never went back and got my cinnamon apple old fashioned though. Tracy, can I get a Henny straight? Lady Libra baby, we know Lady Libra she said forget all that. Just give me she said I don't need all that. Can I just get my Henny? The fluff out of your flat twist is super cute. Thank you. baby, and it's been rough, baby. I've been rough on these flat twists these last couple of days. I did sleep with my bonnet on, but baby, woo. Baby, Friday night, I did good to remember to put that bonnet on. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Because of Lady Libra. I'm blaming Lady Libra. I'm blaming Tracy. Who else is in here I can blame that got me drunk Friday night? Who else can I blame? But I'm putting Tracy at the top of that list. Were y'all ever sober? Hell, we ain't heard from KJ. Is he still drunk and wandering the streets? Listen, I do not think... I'm going to speak for myself. I can't speak for none of them other people. I'm going to speak for myself. I did not stop drinking probably until after dinner Sunday night. I think my last drink was probably... I'm trying to think that I didn't even have a drink during the Super Bowl. I was drinking water. I drank a couple of Pellegrinos. I honestly think that was my last alcoholic drink. Was at dinner. I honestly think that was the last drink I had. Was at dinner. And when we went to go watch the Super Bowl, I do not think I had. I think that was my last drink. Now, was I like drunk the whole time? No, but like Coco K. Yeah, Coco K did it. Coco K. We'll talk about it, baby. We'll talk about it when we go live. We'll talk about it. But yeah, it was for you too, Lady Libra, Sunday at dinner. Yeah, baby, that was it for me. How was the spa? You know, I'm going to be honest with you. The spa was okay. I didn't get a treatment. Now, Tawanda got a treatment and she loved it. She absolutely loved her body scrub. Like, she was just like in heaven. I did the thermal suite, which, if I'm being honest, would I do it again? Probably not. Probably wouldn't do it again. But I'm glad that I did do it. Let me rewind. Would I do it again? Only if I were on a longer cruise. I wouldn't do it again on a 3-day cruise. It's just too much to try to do. So I probably wouldn't do it, but I would do it again if it were a longer cruise. What's up, James? Hey, boo. Tracy said, I had a cranberry mimosa getting off the ship. Well, Tracy, yeah, so there's your answer, Chuck. There's your answer. But yeah, child, they even had James drinking. James gonna say, I don't drink that much. But every time I saw him, he had a drink in his hand. I'm just saying. Right, you were drinking tea because your throat was bothering you. Yeah. All right, let me get into this, y'all. But yeah, so I am going to do a live where the whole live is just going to be about the cruise. The whole live. And I should have, well, no. I may do it tomorrow. Excuse me, y'all. I'm tired. I still don't think I done caught up on my sleep yet, if I'm being honest. I don't think I done caught up on my sleep. Okay, I want to do a spa day the next time I go on a cruise. Yeah, like I said, the spa was nice. It was just such a short cruise. And that was such a big ship. It was so much to do. I didn't do half the stuff I wanted to do, but I had a good time. I don't regret anything I didn't do because I had a really good time. You know what I mean? It was just a lot. It's just a lot more to do. But we're going to get to it. All right. What else we got going on here before we get into this? Tyrone Blackburn. If y'all don't remember Tyrone Blackburn is the attorney that was filing a whole lot of those Diddy cases. Now remember, he got in trouble in the TD Jakes case where he was using AI. Or he claimed he alleged that he was using some outdated software, but TD Jakes lawyers were saying they used AI, and he was quoting cases that didn't exist and all this crazy stuff. And then Fat Joe was fighting him back, and allegedly he tried to hit Fat Joe's attorney with his car so he couldn't get served and all kinds of stuff. Well, he has basically petitioned to withdraw all his cases. He was like, I'm just done. He cited mental health. He said y'all done screwed up his mental health. So he says that He he wants to withdraw from all federal cases over mental health issues. He had cases against excuse me, Diddy, Fat Joe, T.I., and Tiny. And it says and more. So yeah. James is a good time. James is a really good time. He really is. He's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. So yeah. Um, so we talked, listen, back in the heyday of the Diddy of it all, we definitely talked about Tyrone Blackburn. We definitely talked about Tyrone Blackburn, child. Um Now earlier today, they had people, not me, but people all excited like they had arrested a suspect in this Savannah Guthrie's mama case. When come to find out that all they did was arrest the Uber Eats driver, the DoorDash driver. You mean to tell me that with all of this sophisticated law enforcement, detective work, infrared, satellite, you mean to tell me that y'all busted down the door of the DoorDasher to arrest him? Hey, Spilly Boy. Now, Spilly Boy, listen. Can I tell you something? And I need to call you tonight too because I got to ask you something. Let me tell you something, Spilly Boy. We was trying to get a group picture. We was trying to get a group picture in them t-shirts. And they were too drunk. I'm just going to tell you that they were too drunk, Spilly Boy. Okay. I'll call you. But we was trying to get a group picture with us all in our t-shirts, and they were too drunk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somebody wasn't he? Yeah, he was detained, but no, he wasn't like charged. But he said they kicked his door down and everything. Let me say this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know nothing about these people, and I'm really not looking for them. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, I don't wish. I don't wish. Tracy said. Tracy said they. You were at the bar with us at 11 a.m. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. That's not where I was at 11 o'clock. I was still getting on the ship at 11 o'clock. I'll have you know, ma'am. My check-in time was at 11 o'clock. I was still getting on the ship. Lady Libra, that's you too. You too, Lady Libra. You gonna turn on me too? Okay. Right. Do I need to pull out my Jessica Fletcher kit? Like, this is crazy. What you mean? What, what you look? This is my 2 cents, and I don't know nothing from nothing. Okay, I don't know nothing from nothing. But let me tell you my opinion. They were sniffing around the sister and the brother-in-law, and I think they need to keep sniffing. Now, I don't know none of these people, but what I do believe is that this is an inside job. This was not random. This was somebody that knew that woman, knew her habits, her ins and her outs, knew what she had, and or thought they knew what she had and knew where it was. That is my opinion. This is not a random situation. And honestly, I'm sorry, but I don't believe she's with us anymore. You at DCA getting the hell out of shoot. You should have been here 2 weeks ago. If you think the streets are icy right now, baby, you should have been here 2 weeks ago. But safe travels, my love. Yeah, I believe this was inside. I believe this was inside, and I don't believe she's here. And I believe they know that. I believe that the police have enough. They say this woman needs medicine that she ain't had. It's been over a week. She ain't had her medicine. They said that the house, there was a crime scene. There was blood and stuff. But she not here. And whatever they were looking for, I don't think they got. Lady Lieber, she will not throw. I did not. What? What happened to the ex-brother angle? Why are so many federal agencies being used for this? You know why. You know why. Oh, look, my hand got green on it, but you know why. You know why. Right, that's why they can't get them no proof of life. Ain't no proof of life to give. Now, congratulations to Cardi B. She is releasing her own hair care line. Congratulations to her. I don't know. Again, I know a lot of people don't follow Cardi, but Cardi has been coming on line for years, showing us the regimen she has for her hair. Cardi has hair down her butt, and it is beautiful and it is healthy. And she uses she makes her own hair mask that she puts on her hair, that she puts on her daughter's hair, excuse me. And so she has started her own hair care line. And listen, I'm here for it. You know, this is a woman that has showed us years after year after year that she takes care of her hair. And she, you know, like I said, I remember looking at one video on TikTok where she was showing the ingredients that she puts in her mask for her hair, and how she does it. You know what I'm saying? And her hair is down her back. When she has her natural hair out, it is down her back. So shout out to her. Now there are some AI videos floating around that allegedly is Cardi saying, yeah, me and Stefan broke up. Those are AI videos. That is not Cardi. Cardi has not confirmed nothing. Allegedly, but we'll talk about this when I do my cruise live. We will come back to who was doing what and where. I'm skeptical of celebrity products, but Sacred is amazing. I don't do my own hair, so I don't really buy hair care products because I don't do my own hair. The only time I really wash my own hair is in the summertime when I go swimming and stuff like that. Other than that, I get my hair done every 2 weeks. Is my sound going in and out for y'all? Marcus said my sound is going in and out. Y'all having sound issues? Let me know. It's eggs, avocado, some sort of oil, and mayo. Yeah. Okay. Marcus, it might be you, boo. You might want to go out and come back in. Wearing wigs is the secret to her hair, to her length retention. The same with Beyonce. It's not just that. You have to take care of it too. Trust me. You can't just braid your hair up and put a wig on top. No. You have to take care of it underneath. Beyonce does more than just wear wigs. There's a whole treatment that goes into keeping your hair underneath that wig. Because trust me, I see people that just braid their hair and put wigs on. That's not all. There's more to it. It's a whole process. You know what I'm saying? But definitely doing protective styles when you're getting your hair done a lot, and that kind of thing definitely helps. But yeah, Beyonce, there's a whole Beyonce. Who else? Whitney Houston. They said Whitney Houston had hair underneath them wigs, child. Probably not towards the end when her drug addiction got bad, but when she was functioning, Whitney Houston, they said had beautiful hair underneath them wigs, honey. What's up, David? Hey, boo. I ain't seen you in a minute. Hey. Okay, the sound is good. Okay. Now I want a unit that looks like Really B's locks. I think I can pull it off. Shut up, Chuck. Hair's mostly genetics, diet, and length retention. I'm not a hair person, so I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I feel like there's and for people who have done cosmetology, you could tell me I'm right or I'm wrong. And I'm talking about people who've gone to school for cosmetology, not people who just think. I'm talking about people who've gone to school for cosmetology. I think there is a method in understanding the texture of hair and what works and what doesn't work. There are some people, white, black, whatever. There are some people that your hair is just because of, I think somebody just said genetics. It's only gonna grow a certain way or but so far. There's certain styles that work better. There's certain things you shouldn't try to do. Your hair is just not gonna do it. It's not gonna hold it. You know what I mean? There are just certain things. And I think one of the biggest one of the best things you can do is knowing that and catering to that. I think a lot of people don't accept what they can and can't do with their natural hair. I'm not talking about with a wig or a weave, but what you can do with your natural hair. And I think sometimes people they want to do this when their hair really shouldn't be doing that. And it's not going to work. And then you end up, fucking your hair up, you know. Oh, well, stress can do it all. Yeah, like white people with dreads. Yeah, like white people with dreads. Yeah. Or even braids. Their hair just doesn't do braids. I mean, it's just wasn't meant for that. It wasn't for them. Right. Giving myself an S curl after my beautiful thick mane. Well, your first problem was that you try to give it to yourself. Everybody can't do, listen, when it comes to chemicals, everybody can't do everything when it comes to chemicals. I'll never forget my hairdresser, and I'm talking about my hairdresser that I told you I went to the same hairdresser all through high school and college. I didn't change hairdressers until I moved back to DC, and I couldn't find her anymore. I think she had stopped doing hair. I couldn't find Gwen anymore. But Gwen did my hair from like 5th grade until like college, till I was like in college. When I would come home, I would get Gwen to do my hair. And then when I moved back, she had closed her shop down. That was before the days of cell phones and stuff. Child, I couldn't find her phone number no more. I just couldn't find Gwen. But I remember I let somebody else put a perm in my hair, and it tore my hair up. They didn't wash it real good in the kitchen. They didn't get that kitchen good enough, baby, and my hair broke off all in the back of my head. Baby, when I tell you Gwen was some kind of high at me, when I went back to her and she saw the back of my head, she was like, "What? Who the hell? And what the hell?" Yeah, you can't just let everybody just be putting chemicals in your hair. You just can't let nobody do that. When I started, when I started getting my hormones and diet in order, my hair started growing. It's now me back. Yeah, it definitely. I mean, again, it's definitely different things that contribute. Thank you, C. Jones. Thank you, Boom. Because I know obviously, me and my sister come from the same people, and we just can't do the same things with our hair. I mean, we never have been. We've never been able to do the same things with my hair. And my sister embraces what she can do with her hair. My sister she keeps her hair short. Her hair is just not going to grow but so long without a whole lot of maintenance. You know what I'm saying? My sister would have to go to the hairdresser damn near every week for to just maintain and do the things that she needs it to do. And she just ain't about that life. So my sister keeps her hair short. And it looks good on her and it's healthy. You know what I mean? She might let it grow. She might let it grow below her ear. And then she start itching and be like, all right, I'm about to cut it again. I think now she's at the point now where she just don't want it long, You been offline trying to focus on your. Well, I definitely understand that fruit punch. Mm-hmm. All right, let's finish getting into. Let's see what else we talking about, child. They said new couple alert. They said Jenny Mai and Anderson Paak have been seen together. They said they caught them cozying up at an intimate dinner, but wasn't I thought Anderson Paak was dating Mariah Carey? Isn't that the guy that was dating Mariah Carey? She used neutralizer shampoo. She just didn't get it in the bag good. Try to finish up that NBA. Oh, okay. Baby, I didn't know they had broken up. But according to this, and they got a picture of them at dinner. Now, y'all know, like I know, he's married. He been married while he was dating Mariah? Because wasn't he dating Mariah? They would never officially date. Here come Markel. Here he come. You say something about Mariah Carey. Here he come falling out the sky. Here he come. What you mean they wasn't officially dating? We saw them officially out on dates. He's in the process of getting a divorce. He divorced his wife in 2024. Okay, so he's no longer married. Okay. Oh, okay. Look. That's called hanging out. There he go. Mariah Carey was just keeping him around to produce the songs for her album. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was dating Mariah. We saw them out on dates, child. They was dating. They was holding hands and everything. They was dating. But I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Mariah didn't announce that they were a couple, so she didn't have to announce that they broke up. I just didn't know. You see him popping up with another woman, you be like, well, damn, okay then. But I ain't mad at him. Look, if he's single and she's single, I don't care. I just thought that the two of them was dating. Mariah seems like a prude, probably just laying there. Oh, you think that she's a pillow princess? Okay. They mixed a little business with pleasure. Des Hop said that is so much to learn about Anderson Paak in 2 minutes, right? Y'all broke that whole thing down in 2 minutes, didn't y'all? Child. Mariah is a producer songwriter, but even when you're a producer songwriter, you get other people. I mean, Jermaine Dupri is a producer for her. He's produced some of her biggest hits. What's up, Kim? I'm late. What I missed, child? We just, we shooting the shit. Did you perm your? I have not. No, the clothes. She put a little on my edges. Sometimes if they get a little out of control, so she did put a little bit on my edges. Maybe about a month ago. She put a little bit on my edges, a little bit in the kitchen, a little bit in the back. It was getting a little out of control. It was getting a little puffy. It was a little puffy. So she just put a little, little boop 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 boop, a little bit boop boop boop. A little bit in the front, a little bit in the back. Mm-hmm. But no, it's still not a permanent. I mean, it's not perm. You know what I'm saying? Not perm. Am I still on the boat? Girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't understand why y'all do this to me. Oh, gosh. Jermaine had access to her money. What y'all talking about? So Jeff, who money? What Jermaine? What y'all? Child, okay. Let me stay out the chat. Let me stay out. I wish I was still on that damn boat. You ain't lying. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, okay. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. You're right. She could have just been listening. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't say nothing. Because I knew I was going to say something sarcastic. That's why I didn't say that. Kimberly, I'm sorry, baby. I wasn't going. My bad. Wait, what? I heard that Genuine is now dating his second child's mother, who was also married to her first. What? I don't even know what the hell you talking about. Okay. When Jermaine produces, he gets paid. Well, that's how producers make money. They get paid. What y'all talking about? You know what? Let me get out the chat because y'all are cutting up in this chat, and I don't understand what the hell y'all talking about. So let me just get out the chat and keep going. On another note, did they fix your driveway? Yes and no. They put gravel over it, but they got to get a company to come in. They're gonna redo the whole thing that they tow up. But it's temporarily fixed. But they got to get somebody to come in and fix the whole thing. They did fix the water main break though, so that was the most important part, child. Oh God. I don't know what the hell Markel talking about. Don't worry about Markel. Markel drunk somewhere doing so. I don't know. He drunk somewhere. Chris Brown. They said Chris Brown had to turn off his Instagram comments after being slammed for shading Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show performance. Hey, DeMarcus. I don't give a fuck about Chris Brown having to cut off his comments. You know why I don't care? Because Chris Brown, sir, nobody asked you for your opinion. Nobody asked you for your 2 cents. For you to come down and after Bad Bunny's epic performance be like, oh, I see that y'all need me. First of all, nobody needs you, sir. Nobody needs you. I understand that you make good money and you had this great tour over the summer, the Breezy Bowl that all the people flocked to, and they got you feeling like the people want you. Sir, I don't want you. I don't want you. I never wanted you. I have not been a Chris Brown fan in a very long time. Do I think you're talented? Sure. Sure, you're talented. But hell, so is R. Kelly. That doesn't mean that I want you. That doesn't mean that I like you. That doesn't mean I want to see you do a Super Bowl. Now, I know that there are a lot of people that feel like you would blow the Super Bowl out the roof. And you probably would. I'm just going to be honest. To call a thing, to call a thing, you probably will put on a great show. I cannot take nothing away from you, sir. I can't take nothing away from you, sir. You will probably put on a great show. However, you couldn't have picked a better way of saying that without shading Bad Bunny. You couldn't have said something like, put me in the game, coach. You couldn't put something like, I'm next. You couldn't put something like, damn, that was so inspired. I can't wait to get this opportunity. Like, there were so many different ways you could have said that without shading somebody else. Because why? Why did you feel like you needed to do that? Somebody says some of us want him. I understand that because Chris Brown has a very strong fan base, and there are a lot of people that love Chris Brown. I get it. I'm not one of them, but I understand a lot of people. A lot of people do love Chris Brown. I'm not one of them, but and let's be clear: if Chris Brown did get a Super Bowl, I wouldn't be out here saying boycott it. I wouldn't be out here saying, "Oh my gosh, we need to turn it off." I wouldn't be saying we need an alternative Super Bowl because we don't want Chris Brown. I wouldn't be a hater like that. I wouldn't be one of those people. If I didn't want to watch it, I just wouldn't fucking watch it. Just like I didn't give a damn about when Paul McCartney did the Super Bowl. just didn't watch it. I went and got some nachos or something. I went and refreshed my drink. I just didn't watch the shit. I didn't care about the Weeknd's halftime show. It is what it is. Right, Kawale. That was him being shady. You said that man is sexy. I don't find anything sexy about Chris Brown. Not at all. First of all, I'm not a tattoo person. I don't like men with excessive tattoos. So that would automatically turn me off. I can't do all them tattoos. I don't like them. And I know for some people, they love tattoos. Tattoos turn them on. And I'm not saying no tattoos. I just mean like the excessive, just tattoo. I can't do all that. It doesn't do it for me. But again, at the end of the day, if they decide to give him a Super Bowl show, okay, they give him a Super Bowl show. I just felt like there was just a better way of handling that. And I just didn't understand the hate. Right, because Bad Bunny had a lot of hate and controversy, and he isn't black. That's the only reason why Chris is so dismissive about the Bad Bunny disrespect aspect and put his name back out there. If Chris was on the Super Bowl, maybe I'd watch. Yeah, I mean, listen, I ain't gonna sit here and tell people what they should and shouldn't like. I mean, listen, it ain't for me. What's my type of man? You like a man with great intellect and slim build. I'll be honest, I don't even know what my type is anymore. Really, what did you think of Coco? Thank you for the super chat, boo. What do you think of Coco Jones? I thought it was a great performance. I thought she did a really good job. I like Coco Jones. Thank you for the super chat, boo. Yeah, I like Coco Jones. I thought it was a really solid performance. Not pastors and kingpins, baby. I can't do nothing with a pastor. Because I don't want to make him mess up anything he got going on. And I ain't going to stop doing what I'm doing. Yeah, so I meant to say that yesterday when we were talking about the Super Bowl and Bad Bunny and all that stuff, but it got away from me, child. It got away from me. All right, let me see what else I got in mind. Tyrone, Chris Brown, Cardi B. All right, I guess we'll get into the last two stories of the night. That was quick. And FYI, as a retired dancer, I'm a fan of Chris as a performer, but definitely thought his actions were whack. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say the young man, I didn't say the boy, he's a man. I'm not going to say that the young man isn't talented. I'd be a liar to say that. But I'm not a fan. It just is what it is. I'm not a fan. And I honestly probably couldn't even name you 3 Chris Brown songs after he probably after the No Air era, the song he did with Jordan Sparks, No Air. After that, I probably couldn't name you 3 Chris Brown songs. Matter of fact, the Residual song I know only because it turned into, they did the whole Residual challenge thing. I ain't know that. And I'm not going to lie and say I don't like the song. I like Residuals. I actually kind of like the song. But again, not a fan. Couldn't name you, don't own any Chris Brown music. Couldn't name you a Chris Brown song. I think at one point in time I did, probably on one of my old iPods. I probably had. I know I had No Air because I used to love that song. I used to love No Air. And what was that first album that he had? Whatever that first album was, I think I probably had it at one point in time. And of course, I love his version of This Christmas. I love his. I ain't gonna lie. Again, I ain't gonna lie. I love his form. I love his version of This Christmas, but not a fan. Yeah, he's from Virginia. Deuces. I do know Deuces. I do know Deuces. Really, be you not being able to name a song doesn't mean much. Why you say that? I love music. I love music. I don't listen to a lot of new artists. I don't, but I love music. They all throw shade. They were giving Kid Rock the blues too. They should have been giving Kid Rock the blues. I'm not gonna put Kid Rock and Bad Bunny in the same realm. They should have been thrown. First of all, Kid Rock was badly lip syncing to a song he recorded 20 years ago at a soundstage in front of paid actors. They should have. They should have throw all the shade at Kid Rock. I don't think that's the same as what Bad Bunny gave us. Sorry. Yes, Markel. Yes, they do. Chris Brown was also in the movie Takers. I don't think I ever saw that movie. Yeah, I know Run It and Take You Down. That was that whole era. That was that whatever that era was. I don't know anything after that era. Yeah. Do you think you run it, run? Yeah, I know them. I know them Chris Brown songs. I should listen to the new Wale album. Okay. I think he announced a tour. Didn't he announce he was going? He was going on tour. You don't have to, but shade is shade. So Chris threw some. I don't think it's the same though. But I mean, I know you might see it as the same, and that's fine, Kim. But I don't think that's the same. I don't think. See, to me, all shade ain't the same. But I hear. I mean, if you feel that way, that's fine. But I don't think all shade is the same because again, what, in my opinion, throwing shade at what Kid Rock did, I feel like it's fully warranted. Throwing shade at what Bad Bunny did, I don't think was warranted. That's just me though. You want to go? French Kid said, "I'm gonna be there." Yeah, I had to listen to it. I haven't listened to it. I have to check it out. T.I. and Eldris was in the movie. Yeah, I've never seen it. I know the movie you're talking about. I've just never seen it. Sidebar, doesn't T.I. look good with his haircut? I know I like that new song. People throwing shade at Kid Rock because he's racist. Well, let me say this. Yeah, but I also think even if Kid Rock wasn't racist, that performance was bad. Like that clip, and I've only seen a clip, but when you're at a point where you can't even lip sync to your own music, it's your fucking music. You can't lip sync to your own song. Like, I mean, Bad Bunny gave us a whole history of Puerto Rico. Like, I can't put that on the same level of what Kid Rock gave us. Sorry, I just can't do it. I love T.I.'s new song. What's it called? Let Them Know. I think it's called Let Them Know. Yeah. He has a song with Leon Thomas, and the song has a go-go feel to it. French Kids. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check. Did y'all see Jill Scott's front porch Nochi? She did a Nochi front porch. I think they put it out yesterday or the day before yesterday. Yeah, that new Juvenile song is hot too. Yes, yes, that new Juvenile song is hot too. Hmm. Kim said, I get what y'all are saying, but Chris Brown maybe didn't enjoy the performance. So he thought shade it. So he threw shade. It is what it is. I understand you're not liking that. He did. So, okay. Have you seen the clip Sexy Red doing Michael Jackson? I try not to watch anything with Sexy Red in it. Wale's album is all that. Okay, I'm going to check it out, y'all. I'm going to check it out. I don't know the name of Juvenile's new song. I don't know the name of it. Kid Rock was probably on something. Him and Chris Brown. To hear the people tell it. Allegedly. Growing up, I didn't know that Juvie was so handsome. Yeah, he's definitely aged well. He is definitely aged well. You see 50 and T.I. beefing. We about to have a Surviving Clifford doc. I did see the two of them going back and forth. I really need 50 Cent to go sit down somewhere. And the sad thing is, like I told y'all a long time ago, I really stopped effing with 50 Cent. I hate the fact that I really enjoyed the Power series because I really don't want to F with 50 Cent. I just don't. And he out here performing for MAGA. Yeah. I think T.I. is a nice looking guy. Now he getting a little belly. I see he got a little gut now. I see T.I. because T.I. used to be slim. But I mean he's older. Like it ain't no shame in picking up a few pounds when you getting older. I mean he's an older guy. Stop telling me what people meant. Listen to what they said. Ooh. Okay. I don't know who she was talking to. Okay. I was watching the videos that people made about Corey Holcomb. It really grossed me out. Yeah, I saw that video. I didn't even want to play it. My last Corey Holcomb video didn't even get monetized. So I was like, I can't even fool with him. And this video, if y'all haven't seen it yet, there's a video. I can share the link with y'all where Corey Holcomb is basically talking about being with underage women. I'm paraphrasing because I don't want to go no deeper than that. But yeah, it's out there. T.I. had that gut since COVID. Well, I don't be looking at him like that. So on my way to NOLA, I know they be bumping Juvie all weekend. Oh, you going to Mardi Gras, Auntie Kimmy? Baby, Kimmy don't sit still, honey. I ain't mad at you. Juvie had me warming up my knees like it was 99 in the 2.5. Listen, when I heard that, I was like, I would play it, but I don't want the video to get flagged. But if you just go to TikTok and type in Juvenile's new song, it'll come up. It's a little clip, but it'll get you together. 50 said MAGA and Trump offered him money and he turned them down. Well, he just performed at a MAGA wedding 2 weeks ago. Him, Snoop, Robin Thicke. Who else was at that wedding, y'all? Sexy Red. They were there. And that was a whole MAGA wedding. It was like Donald Trump's one of the architects of Project 2025. Right. So and 50 performed. There's video of him actually performing at the wedding. So he said they offered him money and he turned it down. That he did it for free? He performed at the wedding for free? To me, that's worse. Because if you did it for free, that means that these people you F with for real. You did it for free. Brandy did MO listening to Rashawn's book. Oh, Bondi did. My bad. Who's watching Shorty? Huh? R. Kelly is absolutely disgusting. We haven't seen. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to. Bondi did a blank MO. Oh, members only. Okay. Lord Jesus, my bad. Is it on? It might be on TikTok, Miss French Kids. I honestly don't. I forgot you're not really on social media like that. I don't know. Let me see. Let's try. Let's look on. Let's see if it's on YouTube. Let's see if it's on the YouTube. That little clip on TikTok, I wonder if it'll get my video flagged. If I just played a little clip. What y'all think? Y'all think that clip is long enough to get me flagged? Hold on, let me see. It is on YouTube. Okay, the Inform said it's on YouTube, French Kiss. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. I'm going to just play a little clip. What you want, a pole nigga? You want a good fucking night? You want a toll nigga? You let me know before I walk into. That's all I'm gonna play. I don't think that'll get me flat. I don't think that'll get my video messed up. Hold on a second. Oh, Tracy put the whole link in. Yeah, go listen to it. It's definitely it's definitely juvie. It's that old school juvie, honey. Yeah, Miss Baythe says she playing it now. Yeah, you got to listen to the whole thing. All right, let's get into it. So Jill Zarin, we talked about Miss Jill Zarin yesterday. Let me say something, you guys. Let me say something. I think people. So we talked about. Let me say this, and I'm gonna give my opinion. We talked yesterday about how Jill Theron, I said Zarin Theron, whatever the lady name is, she made these comments about Bad Bunny, and as a result, she's formerly of the Real Housewives of New York, and y'all know that they were doing like this reboot situation over on E. It was going to be called like the Golden Circle or something along those lines, and as a result, she got fired, right? She got fired yesterday. And Chawa found out that they replaced her with Dorinda, but that's a whole nother conversation. So she came down, and now I'm gonna read y'all what she said, her apology. Let me read y'all her apology, okay? She said, they didn't even give me a chance. She said, I took it down right away. People make mistakes. I'm human. So let me address that first of all. When you say they didn't give you a chance, they didn't give you a chance to do what? That's right. Well, yeah, when I say an apology, it's not an apology. You're right. That wasn't an apology. But when you say they didn't give you a chance to do what? Because let's be clear, you only took it down because you started getting backlash. You didn't take it down because you didn't mean what you said. You meant what you said, and you still feel the way you feel. You're only now saying something because there was a response. If nobody had ever responded or had a negative response, you wouldn't have took shit down. Bethany also made a video, and then she took it down, and then she made another video saying the total opposite. But Bethany, we got your original video too, girl. We have your original video too, my love. Now, let me say this. Everybody has a right to not like Bad Bunny's performance, kind of like what we were just talking about with Chris Brown. Everybody absolutely has a right to say, you know what? That performance just didn't do it for me. You have a right to say, look, not a Bad Bunny fan. It didn't do it for me. I don't get it. Wasn't crazy about it. That's not the issue. The issue with me, I'm going to speak for myself. The issue for me is it's not about the people who didn't like it because they just didn't enjoy the performance. Jill, you specifically talked about how This is supposed to be about America. We're celebrating the 250 years of America, and this was not American. Girl, he's American. Bad Bunny is fucking American. And I need y'all, and when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all, but I need y'all to really understand your geography. When you say America, please understand you're talking about North America and South America. These are continents, not countries. The United States of America is the country. So when you say that this is supposed to be about America, it was about America, which is why Bad Bunny shouted out all the fucking countries during his performance and displayed the flags for all of those countries, because it was about America. Then you went on to say, yes, and Central America. Then you went on to say there wasn't any even white people. See, that's the part for me. I'm not speaking for everybody else, but see, that's the part that gets you in trouble. There wasn't even any white people. I'm sorry, what? Miss French Kids, I'm gonna get there in a second. Ooh, give me a second. I'm gonna get there. So you mean to tell me that DEI only works in reverse? Because aren't y'all the ones out here dismantling DEI? Isn't that your leader that's getting rid of DEI? That's dismantling it and taking it out of everything, everywhere, every chance he gets. Isn't that your leader? We're going to get to it, y'all. I see y'all in the chat. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. But isn't that y'all's leader that's out here telling people? Isn't that y'all's leader? And then you literally said there weren't any white people. And then you literally said, and Lady Gaga was unrecognizable. Lady Gaga is all white. She is an Italian blonde-haired white woman. I don't know if that's her natural hair color, but she was blonde that night. She was blonde the night of the Super Bowl. I don't know what her natural hair color is, but she was blonde the night of the Super Bowl. Ma'am, that's a whole white woman that was up on that stage. And you literally called her by name, which means you knew she was out there. So on top of the fact that you sat there and made a statement that you then totally contradicted, so you knew it wasn't true, it was there wasn't any white people out there that did it for me. Because then you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, made it clear that this was not about you just didn't enjoy Bad Bunny's performance. This was absolutely about race. It was absolutely about elitism. It was absolutely about xenophobia. It was absolutely about racism. So that is what got you fired. Not that you didn't enjoy Bad Bunny's performance. Let's be clear. For me, she ain't no natural. I didn't think she was a natural blonde, but I'm just saying that night she was blonde, child. The night of the Super Bowl, she was a whole blonde woman. So we're just gonna go with that. But I didn't think she was a natural blonde. Yeah, I didn't think she was a natural blonde, but I'm just saying the night of the Super Bowl, and I'm sure that was done on purpose as well. But it's just like, because then Brandy Glanville came along and said, basically, well, I totally disagree with what Jill said, but she has a right to her opinion because opinions are subjective. Opinions are not subjective if they're rooted in misinformation. You can have an opinion about something, but that doesn't make it right just because it's your opinion if it's rooted in misinformation. Sorry, not sorry. Baby, Miss French Kiss said, can people please realize that there's an Air National Guard unit in Puerto Rico, which means that they are a part of the USA. Baby, Puerto Rico been a part of the United States longer than Donald Trump family been in the United States. How about that? Puerto Rico been part of the United States since 1880 something. Donald Trump's family didn't come over here until the 1930s, I believe it was. So let's be clear. Right. So when you say it's her opinion and opinions are subjective, yes. But when they're rooted in misinformation, they're no longer subjective because the premise of your opinion is not valid. If I say The West Wing was the best 1878, thank you, Nubian. If I say The West Wing was the best television show was the best show on television, that's my opinion. That is subjective. If I were to say that The West Wing was the most successful show on television, that is no longer an opinion because it's not based in a fact. Saying it's the best show based on what I like, based on what I enjoy watching. Now that 1898. Okay. Thank you. That is subjective because for me, it's the best it's the best show on TV. That is my opinion. That is subjective. Saying it's the most successful, nope. Because there's data attached to that. How long did it run? How many viewers did it have? For each season that it ran, what was the viewership? Compare that to Law and Order. Compare that to CSI. Now we're getting into something that can be sustained with facts. So saying Bad Bunny's performance, and I said this yesterday, when did it become the Super Bowl's job to unify the fucking country? I don't remember that being part of the edict. Since when was the Super Bowl's job to unify anything? The fuck? Wait a minute, what are y'all saying? Hold on. Now I want to read. Hold on, let me go back up. Let me read some of these comments before we get into. Hold on. So, Jill, you learned a hard lesson, my love. You lost a job. See, a lot of them housewives feel the way you feel, but they were smart enough not to come down on social media and say it. That's all I'm saying. Some people say that it was a symbol of something, opinion. The blue of her dress was Puerto Rican's first flag color, and the flower she had was the national flower. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Tracy. At this rate, make Puerto Rico a state along with DC. I'm sick of y'all oppressing people, child. Right, Tracy. Carolyn Manzo's opinion of you was that you assaulted her, that you essayed her. So how you feel about that opinion? Sure. Anyway, so moving right along, child. But they said they replaced her with Dorinda. I'm not watching that show, no way. Because Ramona's on that show, and I still think Ramona's a big old racist. So, I can't stand Ramona ass. Ooh, I can't stand her. The most entitled group of people on this earth. It's the J in her. Child. Not Mexico can have Texas back if they keep hot with. Oh, Lord. Mexico, they're going to take Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico and California back. Yeah, I never had any plan. I mean, I didn't watch the original New York. So I definitely didn't have any plans on watching that. Yeah, I don't think Puerto Rico wants statehood. DC does, though. These are the same people who needed their own water fountains. Okay. Ramona's the reason why they were canceled in the first place. Yeah, I believe that. I believe so. I believe it was Ramona, honey. All right. Well, let's go over here to Kandi and Todd, child. This divorce is getting nastier and nastier, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I told y'all before, I was not looking forward. I really was hoping that they would be able to just have a very amicable divorce, but it just doesn't look like it's going in that direction. So let me read y'all. This is coming from Urban Bell. I'm gonna read y'all this article coming from Urban Bell. It says, new court filings and Kandi Burruss' divorce from Todd Tucker show that Kandi and Todd are offering sharply different accounts of how parenting responsibilities and financial support have been handled since their separation. And documents obtained by Urban Bell, Kandi recently asked a Fulton County judge to step in and set temporary rules for parenting time and child support while the divorce moves forward. In her filing, she says she has been carrying the children's day-to-day expenses on her own. Additionally, she argues that Todd has not been consistently involved in hands-on parenting. She also asked the court to establish a clear schedule covering regular parenting time, holidays, and school breaks. This is to prevent future disputes. According to Kandi, disagreements escalated during the Christmas holiday after she made plans for the kids to travel to New York. She states that Todd attempted to block the trip despite being given advance notice. She had already paid for travel as well. As a result, she says court involvement is necessary to ensure she can exercise parenting without interference. Okay. Now, what Todd said, obviously different. He said, in his response, he tells a very different story. He says that he has been the children's primary caregiver for an extended period of time, particularly while Kandi has been working out of state. In his filing, Todd claims that he has handled the children's daily routine, schooling, and supervision. He also denies that he has restricted Kandi's access to them. Todd also disputes the holiday travel claim, stating that he personally transported the children to New York so Kandi could spend Christmas with them. He argues that conflicts arose because Kandi made travel and scheduling decisions without first consulting him. Todd insists it was not because he was trying to prevent parenting time. On the issue of money, Kandi says Todd has failed to contribute to the children's ongoing expenses, including childcare, educational-related costs, medical needs, and travel. Todd acknowledges that the children have regular expenses but denies abandoning financial responsibility. He says the parties divided costs by agreement. Additionally, they own multiple properties together. Both sides agree that a temporary parenting order may be needed if they cannot resolve things privately. Todd has asked the court to name him the temporary primary custodial parent. In contrast, Kandi is seeking a structured schedule and temporary child support. The court has not yet ruled, and the matter is expected to be addressed in an upcoming status conference or temporary hearing. Y'all probably ain't gonna like my opinion. Y'all are probably not gonna like my opinion. I'm kind of with Todd on this. I feel like if the situation were reversed, I don't feel like anybody would have an issue. If the situation were reversed, if Todd was the one working out of state, if Todd was the one that brought more to the table, if Todd was the one that was with the kids, I'm sorry, that if Kandi was the one with the kids every day, still in Atlanta, I don't think people will have the issue, but because of the situation is reversed. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that makes Kandi a bad person. I'm not. I'm not saying it makes Kandi a bad person, but what I am saying is I don't think that Todd is the bad guy in this. Now, the reason why their marriage ended, Todd might be the bad guy. I mean, I saw a quote, and I don't know if the quote is true. I don't know if it's AI, if it's a real quote, but allegedly Kandi. And the only reason why I don't know if it's true is because Kandi really hasn't been speaking about the marriage. She's been not. So I saw a quote where she basically said that Todd cheated on her. Now I don't know how valid that quote is. I couldn't verify where the quote came from. Somebody just said Kandi said it. So I don't really want to speak on it. But here's the thing. He's not saying he's not okay with it. He's not, from what I'm reading, Todd isn't complaining about the fact that Kandi is working out of state. What he is saying is there needs to be a structured structured plan for the kids and for who's going to have the kids win. That's all he's saying. He's not saying he has a problem with, well, at least that's not what I read. I didn't read that he said he has an issue with Kandi working out of state, out of town. I didn't see that. I didn't see that anywhere. Brandon, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I just don't believe that. I don't think that Todd looks at his kids as a check. I don't believe that. I don't see that. And again, everybody has their right to their opinion, and that's fine. But I don't see where he's saying. But again, okay, you said, but he wants child support. Again, I feel like if the situation was reversed, nobody would have an issue with Todd getting child support. We'd be out here like, yeah. We'd be cheering Kandi on if the situation were reversed. So I don't understand why shouldn't Todd get child support? And again, thank you. How was this an issue now? Didn't they have an agreement with the children and their care before the divorce was changed? No, they didn't have an agreement. They were married. So there was no agreement. Like, they were married. So here's what I'm hearing. And I hear what y'all are hearing. Here's what I'm hearing. When they were married, they were probably communicating about these things. So, like, for example, when Kandi was traveling with Escape, right? When Kandi was traveling with Escape and the kids were in Atlanta, they were talking every day. They were communicating about these things. And if Kandi said, hey, I want to see the kids this weekend, Todd was like, cool, I'll be out there this weekend with the kids. I'll get a flight, boo-doo-boo-doo-woo. But they're not together now. And I feel like the communication that they once had has probably broken down. So like that whole Christmas thing, there was no communication. Kandi, and again, I wasn't there, y'all. I don't know. But from what it sounds like, Kandi just was like, look, I'm going to see the kids for Christmas. Let me go ahead and get tickets for them. Let me go ahead and arrange for them to get up here. And Todd was like, you ain't say shit to me. I didn't know anything about it. Like, how was I supposed to get the kids ready? How was I supposed to pack for the kids? Like, what about me? I want to open up the gifts with the kids too. When were we going to have that conversation about where the kids were going to be and when the kids were going to be there? At the end of the day, all I'm seeing is that they're asking the court to coordinate that for them so they don't have to figure it out themselves. That's what I'm hearing. Now, maybe y'all are hearing something different, but that's what I'm hearing. As far as the child support is concerned, y'all the ones that keep saying Todd don't have no money. Y'all the ones that keep talking about how broke he is. So why he can't get child support? I don't understand. Why is it a problem with him getting child support? If Kandi makes more money than him and those kids are in private school, their tuition might be $100,000 a year. They got nannies. They probably in extracurricular activities that are expensive. Why can't he get child support? Ain't that the same thing that women do when they go into court and they say, well, he makes more money than me? The purpose of child support is so that the kids' quality of life doesn't change from one parent to the next. That's what that's about. So kids can maintain that same level. So when it's a woman asking for child support from a man, when these women are asking for $10,000 a month in child support from the basketball player and the football player, because when they're with daddy, they're riding in Lamborghinis and they living in, 10-bedroom mansions and they're flying private jets. So when they come to mama house and she living in a 1-bedroom apartment on the other side of town, that's what we be real quick to defend the mama then. So what's the difference? I don't understand why he can't ask for child support. What's the problem? Now, if they're going to have 50-50 custody, no, neither one of them should have custody. Should have child support if they're going to have 50-50 custody. But right now, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening right now. Kandi is in New York working. Todd is in Atlanta. Now, I know Kandi said that she's got nannies. Great. She's got nannies. I know Kandi's family is in Atlanta. Great. We got Mama Joyce, who can't stand Todd, but neither here nor there. We got Mama Joyce, and she has her family in Atlanta. Ain't nobody denying the fact that there's a support system in Atlanta. But at the end of the day, those are Todd's kids. They don't have 50-50 right now. The court is still trying to figure it all out. That's what they're asking the court to do. They're asking the court to figure it all out. They have shared custody. Shared custody doesn't mean 50-50. Right. Kandi wants 50-50 because she doesn't want to pay Todd child support. And I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with Kandi saying, I don't want to pay child support. 50-50. He can have the kids half the time. I have the kids half the time. And we cover our own expenses when we have the kids. I ain't got no issue with that. But that's not what's happening right now. They have shared custody, and shared custody is not the same as 50-50. She's only in New York temporarily. I understand that, but Kandi does work out of town a lot. And again, y'all, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not begrudging Kandi for having a career. I'm not begrudging Kandi for traveling with her job. She travels with Escape. She does acting gigs, all of that. All of that. I'm not begrudging any of that. All I'm saying is it's real easy. I find it interesting. And again, I'm not listen, if it don't fit, I ain't talking to y'all, okay? I'm only talking to the people that we having a conversation. If you ain't one of them people, I ain't talking to you. I'm just saying, I find it very interesting that when it's a man, it's a problem. But when it's a woman, it's like, get your money, girl. Get your money, girl. Get that money. That's all I'm saying. She may have to concede something. If he's around to take care of the kids, she should pay the support. Todd didn't even have his daughter until she was older. I have a feeling that he was fighting for full custody, but will absolutely utilize names to go on his own excursions just like other men. Well, to be fair, Todd didn't know about the daughter. Remember, he didn't find out about Kayla until she was older. To be fair, he didn't know about her. To be fair. So again, I don't think he didn't know he didn't know she existed. Why are y'all acting like Todd doesn't travel for work? I'm not acting like anything. Why can't he have 50-50 custody and he have primary residence? Oh, you're not talking to me because I ain't saying nothing about that. It's not the same as 50-50. They do not have 50-50 custody right now. They don't. They have shared custody. It's not the same. Because the football player's wife who spent all the child support money on that car is another example of trash. I agree. I agree. I mean, people mismanage, people misuse child support. That is a fact. We know that to be a fact. We know that to be a fact, that people misuse child support. We know that to be a fact. I'm just saying, and again, I like Kandi. Let's be clear. I like Kandi, and I really, really hate to see I really hate to see the divorce go in this direction. I really wish that they could have just resolved it behind closed doors and just everybody went on their merry little way. I really hate to see it going this way. But in all reality, I don't see Todd as the bad guy that everybody sees. See, I guess a lot of people always felt like Todd was using Kandi, and I didn't. I think Todd and Kandi really truly loved each other. I think they were in a real relationship that just didn't work out. And unfortunately, that's just life sometimes. Sometimes things just don't work out. But I don't think that Todd is a bad guy. I don't think that Todd was using Kandi. I just don't. And I think it's hard when, especially for a man, because certain things are expected of men. I get it, and I understand that. But it's hard when a man is dating a woman with money. It is like he will just never live up to. I don't think it mattered how much money Todd made. It was never going to be enough for people. And I think that from the outside looking in, I wasn't in the day-to-day of their relationship, but from the outside looking in, I feel like Todd worked really hard to make his own money. And people might, people say, well, he used the aunts to build the restaurant. He did. But he also built those restaurants, and I feel like he was a producer on those shows with Kandi. They did the movies together. Todd produced. He had a production company outside of Kandi. Like, it's not like he just sat at home. He didn't become Kandi's manager to travel with her, and you know what I mean? Like, we've seen that happen where these men marry these rich women and they become their manager, and then that's it. That's all. They quit their job and they just their manager. So I didn't see him do that. I just feel like they were together and it didn't work out. I don't think Todd is a bad guy. I'm not saying he didn't cheat on Kandi. I'm not even saying that he wasn't the reason why. I don't know what happened in the marriage. But I don't think Todd is a bad guy. Maybe that's just it for me. Well, I already told you why he's asking for child support. I mean, you don't have to agree with what I said, but I already told you why he's asking for child support. We could say Todd didn't have a job when they met. That's not true. He was working. That's how she met him. Or did I misread what you said? Okay, so Offset should get full custody because Cardi has to travel for work. Traveling for work should not. Are you talking to me? Because I never said that. I never said that Todd should get full custody. I never said. So you must be talking to somebody in the chat because I never said that. Right, he quit his job to be with Kandi, but he then immediately started his production company and he started producing shows. Him and Carlos King had their production company together and they produced shows together. Like, yes, he quit his job, but he immediately started his own business. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you said we can't. Yeah, that's why I said maybe I read that wrong. The comments are going kind of fast, y'all. So if I read it wrong, I apologize. Really, be you're acting like Todd watches the kids while Kandi works, and that's not true. How you know what Todd does when Kandi at work? How you know that's not true? Based on what? What we do know is that the kids are in Atlanta and Kandi is in New York right now. How do we know how much time Todd is with those kids? I know they got nannies, but there's a whole lot of people that have nannies. That doesn't mean that they're not raising their kids and they're not spending time with their kids. We don't know where Todd is every day. Because I see him on tour with her. You don't see Todd on tour with her now. I know you don't see Todd on tour with Kandi now. Number one, Kandi ain't on tour. Number two, they're not together. Todd's not in New York. Right. Fathers can want their kids. Right. Fathers can want their kids. And again, like I said, I mean, everybody has a right to their opinion. Y'all know we debate over here, child, and at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. But I just feel like some people just never liked Todd, and some people always felt like Todd was the bad guy. And I feel like the two of them were together for a very long time. They built businesses together. They did things together. They had 2 children together. And I just feel like it didn't work out. Marriages don't work out sometimes. And at the end of the day, they were together for a pretty decent amount of time. I mean, that was a pretty long con. If Todd has been conning her from the beginning, it was a long ass con. Right, Kiki. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have nannies. I don't think having a nanny means you not taking care of your kids. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like that. But listen, who am I? Yeah, I absolutely believe they were in love. I absolutely believe that they were in love. I just think it didn't work out. Like, shit don't work out sometimes. But they were together for a long time and they did a lot of stuff together. And I think for some people it just did. I don't think Todd ever had a chance. I think for some people it just did not matter. Todd could have built a $1 billion business and people would still be like, he a bum. I just think for some people it just didn't matter. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me get off of here, y'all. Don't forget to vote if you have not voted. Don't forget to get your Black Girl vitamins, honey. I finally got mine today. I guess the weather held my shipment up because it doesn't usually take this long for me to get my my stuff. But I got mine today, so I have my PCOS, I have my fiber, and I have my chlorophyll. That's why my hands are green, child. I spilled some. You see, I got some of it on my hands. That's why my hands are green, child. But so I drank my chlorophyll water today. I'll let y'all know what that looks like. Or I heard you definitely will go to the bathroom. So I'll let y'all know. But yeah, so I will start on my vitamins today. I hope it give me some energy because I have just, again, like I said, I just feel like I ain't fully recovered from this cruise yet, honey. My energy level is just low. Like I think I'm gonna be in bed. I was in bed early last night. I think I'm gonna be in bed early tonight, honey. It'll come out green. Ooh, okay. I always rooted for Todd because I agree there really be nothing wrong with a male math teacher dating a female Dr. Love shouldn't be predicted on income unless it's basically non-existent. Yeah, so all right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Don't forget to get your raffle ticket. The link is pinned right now. Somebody, like I said, somebody sent me money today. I'm gonna add their name to the raffle. I'm gonna add their name to the wheel. I should say. I'm gonna add their name to the wheel before I get off of here. For those who do not know, or you coming in late or whatever the situation, like Cajun, they was looking for you earlier too, honey. But that is the wheel. I will be adding your name to the wheel when you buy your raffle ticket. The raffle tickets are $10 each. You can get 3 raffle tickets for $20, or you can get 10 raffle tickets for $80. As of right now, as you can see, those are the names that are on the wheel. And we will be spinning the wheel on March the 1st. So you have the whole month of February to buy your raffle ticket. You click the link that's pinned at the top. It's a Google form. You fill out the Google form, and then you can either Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal me the money. And once I receive your funds, I will add your name to the wheel. To the wheel. You are buying a virtual raffle ticket. Yes, Cajun, they were looking for you earlier, honey. Now I love my fans. Shut up. They said you must still be drunk walking the streets of Orlando. That's what they said. They said your ass must still be drunk somewhere. And I think that was it. Okay. Yes. So with that being said, y'all, let me get off of here. I love y'all though. Even when we disagree, I still love y'all. And I hope y'all love me too. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Mwah. Peace. I don't walk the streets, but the recovery is real, baby. The recovery is real. The recovery is real. It sounds like I'm saying add to the will instead of will. Oh. I already talked about Tyrone Blackburn, Laura. You missed it, though. I didn't forget about. I already talked about Tyrone Blackburn. Y'all missed it. I literally talked about him. We talked about him dropping all the cases. He said he got mental health. He had to drop the cases. We literally talked about it. It wasn't a long conversation, but we talked about it. All right, y'all. I'm out. Mwah. Peace.